As far as the MJ Akbar Priya Ramani matter is concerned, remember it was today was judgment day in this matter. The court is now reading out the judgment. The latest that we are hearing is that the judge says contents are defamatory in nature. The court is of the opinion that the contents are defamatory in nature. More information coming in at this moment as we'll get you more details on the MJ Akbar versus Priya Ramani. Now let's quickly take you through what all happened. The court said that we contended that MJ Akbar was defamed, contended that the allegations were malicious, defamatory and publication defamatory publication by design. Further contended that publication were related to the incident that occurred 2 decades back, contended that there was no complaint. The content is not disputed by Priya Ramani. The court records that MJ Akbar is a man of reputation. Court also notes the submissions made by Priya Ramani. Court reiterates the defense taken by Priya Ramani. The accused contended that MJ Akbar is not a man of stellar reputation. It is further contended that the tweet on resignation was untrue. So, the order is being read out as of this moment. Different parts and aspects of this order is being read out in the court. Now, just a quick perspective as to what exactly happened. The order was reserved in this particular case on the 1st of February and was to be pronounced on the 10th of February. However, pronouncement of the verdict was deferred till the 17th of February, that is today, after the judge received written submissions late. That's the latest. In fact, these proceedings going on in the Rouse Avenue Court in New Delhi, where all of this is happening. Just a short while ago, about an hour ago, MJ Akbar and Priya Ramani entered the courtroom for the pronouncement of this verdict, where the court assembled, and the court observed that there would be certain corrections in the judgment, which will take about half an hour. All of this is, matter that happened over the past 1.5 to 2 hours. So the court reassembled 15 minutes ago, and the court started reading the order. And let me quickly take you through the order again. The main point is the court says that the publication of tweets, and it is contended that after publication the same were circulated. The judgment is talking about the Me Too tweets, allegations against MJ Akbar. The court then says that contended that MJ Akbar was defamed. Court then says contended that the allegations were malicious, defamatory publication by design. So this is a very, very significant part of the judgment, where the court contends that the allegations were malicious, defamatory, and the publication of these allegations were defamatory by design. It further contended that the publication were related to the incident that occurred 2 decades back, and that there was no complaint, and the content is not disputed by Priya Ramani. Court records that MJ Akbar is a man of reputation, and the court also reiterates the defense taken by Priya Ramani. It is further contended, the court says, that the tweet on the resignation was untrue. So this proceeding as of this moment is on. The court is continuously reading out the judgment. We'll try going across to Arunachalam Vaidyanathan as well as other correspondents who are tracking the latest developments as far as this story is concerned. But let's quickly go across and get some response from women activists. Yogita Bhayana, a women's activist, now joins us on the phone line. Yogita, what do you make of this judgment?
So whatever little I have understood just before coming online to your phone, to the TV, I think whatever I could understand what the judgment the judge has given, it's so far satisfactory, and I think he has also made it clear the past reputation of Mr. MJ Akbar and the concerns of Ms. Ramani. So I think it goes very well, and it's worth waiting for so many years, and I think it is going to create some kind of an impact and landmark judgment it can be.
Yeah, Yogita,
I'm a bit happy about it.
Yeah, Yogita, the portions that I'm reading as of this moment, and this is all, I'm sourcing all this information from barandbench.com. They say that we contended that MJ Akbar was defamed. This is the court. Then the court says contended that the allegations were malicious, defamatory publication by design. Further contended that the publication were related to the incident that occurred 2 decades back and contended that there was no complaint. The content is not disputed by Priya Ramani. Court records that MJ Akbar is a man of reputation. Court reiterates the defense taken by Priya Ramani. Accused contended that MJ Akbar is not a man of stellar reputation. It is further contended that the tweet on resignation was untrue. On perusal and joint reading, the court is of the view that the content are defamatory. So that's the view that is coming.
Really sad.
Yeah,
that's really appalling. Actually, I'm not. We were all ready for a or pro Ramani judgment, and we were not really apprehended that this is gonna come out like this, because whatever little I could read, but just before coming to your channel also, I was like bit happy because I could just read 2 lines and I could not see the details. But
Correct.
This is appalling. This is very saddening, and this is a setback for us. I mean, we've been fighting for Me Too movement for a long, and this particular statement and this particular judgment will put a full stop to Me Too movement. I'm afraid, and I'm really sorry the court has said all that.
No, but then this is a lower court. The matter can go into a higher court also.
Absolutely.
I mean, the victim reserves the right.
Absolutely, but there is the motivation to the movement will definitely get little setback. Yes, and all the girls who really wanting to stand up and wanting to come out and talk about what they go through, they will get little jolt on that motivation. This is the whole thing. This
Okay, so yes, Yogita, I want to, before I go across to Mr. Sanjay Hegde, just quickly read out more information that we are getting on barandbench.com, which says that on perusal and joint reading, the court is of the view that the content are defamatory. The defense of accused regarding particular portion in Vogue article is rejected. On the date of the tweet, MJ Akbar had not resigned from the post. She says it was an honest mistake. Court accepts it. It was contended that there were alternate defense. That is acceptable. The test is preponderance of probability. It was argued that the accused linked Vogue article with her tweets. Accused put her defense after examining herself into witness. Court continues to read the order. Records that Priya Ramani's disclosure was in the interest of anti-sexual harassment at workplace. It contended that there was no mechanism against sexual harassment, that Ghazala Wahab did not file any complaint in view of Akbar's status. It was contended that MJ Akbar filed a selective complaint. The accused contended that the allegations were duly proved through her evidence and the evidence of Nilofer. Court accepts the possibility of defense of accused that she disclosed her truth on the basis of her own testimony and that of Nilofer. Court accepts that Akbar was not a man of stellar reputation. So this is the latest information coming in at this moment. The court takes consideration of systematic abuse at workplace. Court notes the absence of Vishakha guidelines at the relevant time. The social stigma attached with the allegations. Society must understand the impact of sexual abuse and harassment on its victims. So it's an order which is still being read out. So let us tell this to our viewers as of this moment, that there should not be any attempt right now to conclude what the judgment is, as the order is still being read out. And I'm reading this and I'm attributing all of this to barandbench.com. The social stigma attached with the allegations, society must understand the impact of sexual abuse and harassment on its victims, and court observes that even a man of social status can be a sexual harasser. Sexual abuse takes away dignity and self-confidence. So that's the latest that we are getting.